kicking off a new series. It's called Miraculous, all right? We are going to be learning about the miracles of Jesus, all right? Magicians do magic tricks, right? And they do things that are amazing, and you wonder how in the world they did that. Like Jesus said, we're the salt of the earth, right? And we're supposed to take our saltiness and we're supposed to spread the salt of the earth, right? Do you know what it means to spread the salt of the earth? Do you know what that means, to spread the salt of the earth? It means we're supposed to take the salt of the earth and we're supposed to spread it. All right? We're supposed to take all that salt and we're supposed to spread it, all right? But, hang on. You didn't know I actually swallowed it all. All right? But when magicians do a magic trick, there's always a trick to it, right? You might or you might not know. I haven't asked any questions. Put your arm down. You might not know how they did it. Sometimes you figure it out, right? The reason you figure it out is because you know there's a trick to how they did it, all right? They do something and you wonder, how in the world did they do that? You know there's a trick to it. But Jesus did lots of miracles, right? And when Jesus did miracles, was there a trick to it?
Yeah.
Did Jesus have something up his sleeve?
No.
Did Jesus use like a dummy one or a stunt double? No, he actually did miracles, right? So we're going to be learning about the miracles of Jesus during this series. And we're going to teach you some tricks. We're going to show you some tricks, but we're also going to be learning about the tricks that Jesus did that were not tricks. They weren't magic tricks. They were actual miracles, leading up to the greatest miracle that he ever did, which was when he rose from the dead. And I got to tell you, that's a trick or a miracle that nobody's ever been able to do. And I wouldn't recommend trying it, because it would not end well for you if you tried it, because you would end up still dead if you tried to do that one, all right? But I do have a budding magician who would like to try out a magic trick on you. Hello! Hello! How are you, Gus? My name is not Gus. I am the great Gustini. The great Gus. Wait, grab that. Grab what? Grab that right there. Oh, this. You're going to do a trick? I am going to do the most amazing card trick that you have ever seen in your entire life. Wow. I like the size of your cards. Yeah, those are jumbo cards. Oh, that's cool. Why do you have jumbo cards? Because they're easier to see. All right. So, boys and girls, be prepared to be so amazed you're going to pass out on the floor. I don't want the kids to pass out.
Yes,
that's all right. That's all right. Micah will give them all mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Oh, gross.
No, actually, he won't.
You won't? Okay, maybe I'll be just one notch down from that amazing. Okay, so you have a deck of cards here. What is that? Oh, that's my insurance policy. Insurance policy? Yeah, I bought this magic trick, and in case it doesn't go right, it came with the insurance policy. Yeah, I've never heard of this. A magic trick with an insurance policy? Yeah, it guarantees that the trick will work. Oh, well that's good. So this makes sure the trick will work. Yeah, because it'd be really embarrassing to do a trick in front of the whole audience and have it not work. Well, I'm sure you practiced a lot. Nope. You didn't practice? Why would I practice? I read the instructions. Okie dokie. So you've got a deck of cards here. Yeah, so I got a deck of cards, and I'm going to need somebody to help me out here. I need someone with big hands because it's a big deck. Okay, Micah, would you help Gus here, because he's limb impaired here a little bit. So Micah will be my beautiful assistant. My assistant anyway.
Our assistant.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. I am gonna use the kids. So here's what I need to do, Micah. I need you to since you can't fulfill the beautiful assistant part, maybe I will pick a beautiful assistant from the audience. Let's see here. Okay, Macy, since you didn't want to do the other thing that you raised your hand for, I'll let you be my beautiful assistant for this trick. So you come up here to my not so beautiful assistant, Micah. Okay? And, okay. So, Micah, we're going to do what's called a double cut. Because Macy's going to pick a deck of cards, pick a card from the deck. So you're going to fan down, and Macy,
when he's like a half of the way or a third of the way, you're just going to say stop, okay? Go. Micah, you got to go a little slower. Here we go. Okay, so take the top half and turn it over. Good, good. Now keep doing it. Do it again. Go further. Okay, flip them all over. Okay. So she has done a double reverse cut to mix up the cards. So take the first face down card and slowly push it out. Don't let me see it. But the audience can see it. So show that card to the audience. But whatever you do, don't let me see it.
He'll burst into flames.
Don't let Pastor Carl see it. Make sure, can the audience, can you all see the card? Yeah. Okay, now, Macy, put it face down so I don't see it. Put it anywhere you want back into the deck. Okay, so what I am going to do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, invisible friends, aliens among us, I am going to find that card in the deck. So, Mike, I need you to shuffle the deck. Shuffle the deck, get it all mixed up. Okay? Because what I'm going to do is I am going to locate that card. Mix it up really good. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, come over here, Micah. Come right here. I have to give it the magic tap. Okay, Micah, I would like you to cut the deck in half and flip it over. And ta-da! That is the card. Show the audience. Thank you. That's not it. Okay, wait. Okay, my mom. Okay. Wait. I'm not done. My mom always said, if at first you don't succeed, try again. So, okay. I'm gonna try a different way. Okay, my name is Gus. Spell out 3 cards. G. U. S. The next card is your card. Show everybody! That's not it? Okay, put those on the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, this was all part of the act. Macy, your name is spelled M-A-Y-C-I, right? Spell her name out, please. M-A-Y-C. The next card is your card. Ta-da! I think it's the next card. It's actually after her name. Okay, maybe it's the next card? Wait. The next card. Can I see the insurance policy, please?
Sure. Did you want me to open it up?
Yeah, can you read the insurance policy?
Yeah.
See, this was supposed to work. It was a guaranteed. I am so upset.
Let's see, this insurance policy.
Yeah, open it up. It's supposed to guarantee that it would work. And I don't understand why it didn't work. It's supposed to work guaranteed. I paid extra for the insurance policy. I don't understand why it didn't work. Why didn't it work?
Wait, what?
It worked.
It worked?
Wait, what do you mean it worked? It did not work. I'm a failure. I'm so upset.
Wait, what? Why are you saying it worked?
What?
That's Reese's card.
Thank you, though.
Whoa! The King of Hearts.
It worked.
Well, I love that, and I love that she picked the King of Hearts because we're going to be learning about the ultimate King of Hearts this series.
Who's that? You?
No.
Oh, my God, he's the King of Hearts. Go, dude.
No, we're learning about Jesus, the ultimate King of our hearts.
Oh, I guess I'm not a failure after all.
No, you're not a failure. Good job.
Why, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, ta-da! The great Gustini! Yeah! Thank you. More clapping, please. Thank you. More clapping, please. More clapping. Whistles, please. Whistles. Thank you. More clapping, please.
Okay, they've clapped enough.
More clapping, please. Hey, Mr. Mike, I need my cards back, please, for the second service.
Yes, he'll get you your cards back. Wow, that wasn't half bad. That was pretty good. All right, today we're going to be learning about a miracle in the Bible that involved water.
out of water?
Yeah, they're out of water.
All
The
right.
contest is who has the most.
All right, put him up on the podium.
I know.
Everybody have a seat. Everybody have a seat.
One's a little higher. The
Oh,
right side.
this one's higher. Which one's
That's
this?
the girls.
The girls won! Oh my goodness.
Alright, let me have
Wait.
your cups. Let me have your cups.
Do you guys notice any? Yeah, we need the cups for second service.
Yeah, please don't
Wait,
crumble
do you
them.
guys notice anything different about the water?
Food coloring.
I think Ranger Micah did a magic trick here. How did the water change color?
Micah doesn't know magic tricks.
Micah, did you turn the water into Kool-Aid?
I made
No,
it.
it's food coloring.
It's only unsanitary if two people do it. Well, I drank out of this one.
This one's good.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, taste that one.
I want to taste one. Ew.
That one's okay.
Seriously?
They're not bad.
Pretty good.
I want to taste one.
How in the world do you think we did that? There was a little food coloring in the bottom of the cup. But we were trying to reproduce what was a miracle that Jesus did, but he did not use food coloring, all right? In fact, he changed water into wine. But maybe, do you think maybe he might use food coloring? No. In fact, I don't know if you know about the biggest new show on television. It's called Miracle Busters. And it features these two guys who are called Mike and Ike. And their whole show is trying to bust the miracles of Jesus. I recorded it on my DVR this week. And they actually tried to bust the miracle of the water to wine. So welcome to Miracle Busters. I'm Mike. And I'm Mike. And we're here to explore the miracles of Jesus. Today, on our first episode, we're going to explore the very first miracle that Jesus did.
Is that the one where the Bible claims that he turned water into wine?
It is. In fact, it's recorded in the Holy Bible in John chapter 2. This is the story where it says that Jesus and his disciples were invited to a wedding. And while they were there, Jesus' mom came up to him and said, "Hey, Jesus, they're out of wine." And he said, "Mom, it's not my time yet." But she said, "Jesus, I want you to do something about it." Well, like any good child, he obeyed his mom. So it says here that he asked some of the wedding servants to come over, and he gave them some water pots, and he said, "Fill them up to the brim." So they did. And then they took them to the master of the wedding, and when they poured it out, they were suddenly transformed into wine. But not just that. The master of the ceremony said, "Normally, the best wine you serve at the beginning, and then later you bring the cheap stuff out. But you save the best stuff for last."
Wow. Turning water into wine. That's a lofty claim.
It's huge.
Our job is to see if we can recreate that miracle. Now, I don't have supernatural powers,
I certainly don't.
so we're going to have to see if we can turn water into wine and find out if this is a miracle.
Or if it's a myth. All right, Mike.
All right, I am so ready.
We've got a big task here. We're going to try to recreate the water to wine miracle and see if we can't recreate it, all right? So, we've got our water, and the theory is that Jesus somehow must have just fooled everybody there.
Exactly.
By creating an illusion.
Because remember what he said. It's not my time. So he
Yeah.
wasn't really. So I think he just kind of. I don't think he cheated. He just bamboozled a little bit.
Okay,
You know, to get-
okay.
It's just.
So what do you got here?
Well, it's well known that because they had colored fabrics.
Okay.
They had pigments. They had
Oh,
ways
exactly.
of dyeing.
So you've got some
So we
food
have
coloring.
some food coloring.
So you're thinking he had that up the sleeve, maybe?
Yeah, and I think what happened is he had kind of pulled it out, just a little boop.
All right, and then maybe he did a little stirring.
Well,
in
you
that
know, the service-
30-gallon jar.
Well, the servants would have been walking, so they'd be agitating it.
All right.
It'd be jiggle bop.
And then they pass it out.
And then they pass it out.
drank it.
And they drank it.
And then, you know, the wedding master said, this is the best tasting wine that we've ever had. What? Oh, what's the problem?
Whew, not the best tasting wine.
It doesn't even taste like wine?
Oh.
So
No.
we got red water, but we don't have wine.
No, I think what we missed is the flavor.
Oh, it's got to have flavor.
But that's okay.
You got a plan B?
Yep. You see,
All right.
this is what we missed. Wine has a little bit of acid, a little bit of fruit. So what we needed the ketchup in there. It's red. It has flavor. It has acid. It has everything that wine has that makes wine so good. So I think what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and have Ike just go ahead and add some ketchup to it and stir it up. And then we'll change it up there. That's it. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, getting it to mix in.
And look at that, it even looks more like wine. It's got
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit more of a red tint.
Definitely has more flavor. Why don't you try it? All right, so now we've got some water with definitely some natural ingredients that they had back in Bible times. So it's definitely got, you know, some tang to it, maybe a little bit of fuzz to it. So we definitely got some wine. So drink some water, drink some water, drink some water. All right, there we go. All right, did that help? Did that help? All right. Excellent. So that didn't help. So what we've learned here, Mike, we have learned. Hey, don't go to the show's not over. We have learned that maybe it actually is not a myth. It must actually be here. Drink more water. It must be a miracle. Jesus must have actually created wine, not colored wine. It's a tomato. What's your problem? So I hope we have. I better go check on him. But it was a miracle, not a myth. So yeah, boy, they tried to reproduce it and it did not work, did it? Holy moly. Hey, well, I love this story for a couple of reasons, all right? First of all, I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you would like to live a long time? Who would like to live a long time? And who would like to have a prosperous life? Well, I'm going to give you the secret today. Today we're going to be talking about something that might shock you, but that Jesus obeyed his mom. Jesus obeyed. And it might surprise you. There's something cool in this story that a lot of people miss. All right? When Jesus was telling this story, it looks like when he started his earthly ministry, because remember, he was born as a baby. He was raised. There's one story about when he was little. And remember, he got lost and his parents freaked out and they had to go looking for him. That's the only story from his childhood. Then there's no stories about Jesus until he was 30 years old. That's like an old person, right? 30 years old, isn't that like a really old person? So there's like 30 years of his life that Jesus, we didn't hear any stories about him. And he was waiting to start his ministry. Now, I have something really cool here. This is called my square circle. It's called a square circle because I have a big square here, all right? And inside of the square, I have a circle, all right? And I just want to show you there's nothing inside the square and there's nothing inside my circle. But then Jesus decides that he's going to go to this wedding. Maybe it was a friend that was getting married. And he goes to this wedding where some friends are getting married. I don't think they were bears. But he goes to this wedding, all right? And let me just put the little marriage bears back inside. And so he's at this wedding, and just to remind you, there's nothing inside the square. And see, there's nothing inside here. But he goes to this wedding, and his mom asks him to do something, all right? And he probably even had a mug that said mom on it. And he loved his mom. And his mom said, you know what, they've run out of wine. And at a wedding, that was like one of the main drinks there. And she said, can you go take care of it? She knew he could do miracles, even though he hadn't done any publicly yet. Maybe he did some around the house. Who knows? Maybe she said, clean your room, and Jesus went, and his room was clean. I don't know, just saying. Maybe she said, honey, would you do the dishes? And maybe Jesus went, and the dishes were clean. I don't know, I'm just saying. She knew he could do miracles. And he loved his mom very, very much. And so he says to his mom, Mom, it's not my time. Because he didn't want his first miracle to be at this wedding. But you know what he did? He obeyed his mom. And so he went and he produced some wine. Now, I don't have a wine bottle because I don't drink wine. So I grabbed the best thing I could find, a red Coke bottle from Disney's Star Wars place. These are like $18 for a little thing of Coke that's smaller than a Coke can. So I saved it because it was $18 or something ridiculous like that. I was like, I'm at least going to keep a souvenir. All right, it's pretty cool. Who's been to the Walt Disney World Disney thing? It's really cool. But he did that. He obeyed his mom. He was at this wedding, and this is the diamond ring that I proposed to Sarah with. And but it's a little heavy, kind of hurts her wrist. This is the diamond ring that I got her. She also complained that the bottom of the diamond is pokey and kind of hurts her. She actually wore it as a bracelet. She has really thin wrists. But she'd go around and people just like gawk at her ring, you know. And so she doesn't wear this one. She wears like a little one, but this is her actual wedding ring. Isn't that cool? You guys believe that? Yeah. Okay. I went to some temple in Brazil and had to dodge a rolling stone and a bunch of spears and things, and I had to put some gold and make sure the idol didn't go down. Anyway, that's where I got this. But Jesus obeyed his mom, and a miracle happened. And our main point today is that if we want miracles to happen in our life, they happen when we obey. Did you know that? Do you think God's going to do miracles if we don't obey? Even for Jesus, he had to obey. And God still wants to do miracles in our life today. The Bible says some amazing things about honoring our parents, all right? If you have your Bibles, you can open it up to Ephesians chapter 6. When I was a little boy, my pastor, Pastor Baron Scott, he was this old man. He had white hair and he had a deep voice. He actually talked like Billy Graham. He had a southern accent. And he made me memorize Ephesians 6:1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. And every time I saw him, he'd say, Carl, what's Ephesians 6:1? I'd say, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. He'd say, good job, son. That was a very important verse to him. But you know what's cool about that verse? Yes, we should obey our parents, right? But the verse goes on. Verses 2 and 3, check this out. It says, honor your mother and father, which is the first commandment with a promise. See, a lot of God's commands, they're just commands. Sometimes your mom or dad, listen up, don't be talking. This is important. Sometimes your mom and dad tell you to do something, you just have to do it. I used to hate when I would ask, why do I have to do it? My mom would say, because I said so. Who has a mom that says, because I said so? Or dad says, because I said so. Sometimes mom and dad are like, I don't have time to explain. You just got to obey. Sometimes they don't want to explain because they can't really explain to you. Sometimes you're not old enough or smart enough. Or sometimes there's not time. You just got to obey. All right? But sometimes they give you a command with a promise. Hey, if you clean your room, I'll do this for you, right? And God said this is the first command that came with a promise. What is it? So it will go well with you and you will enjoy a long life. Who'd like to have a long life? Who'd like to have things go well for them? Here's the secret. Honor your parents. All right? Honor your parents. God's blessing starts. No, that was perfect timing, dude. God's blessing starts with obedience. When we do our part, that's when God will do his part. That's when we see miracles. Obedience is so important. And we got to obey right away. Sometimes we want an explanation. Years ago, a dad told me a story about his little girls. And he said he always taught his girls, he didn't have any boys, or he would have taught his boys that, but he taught his girls, you need to always obey me right away. You can ask me later why, but in the moment, if I give you an order or a command or a request, you need to do it right away. Well, they were at a party one time after church, and it was in the backyard of someone's house where they'd never been before, and all the backyards were combined, and this little girl was running around the backyard playing, and she was running around, and she was playing Frisbee, and she started to chase a Frisbee, and she started running, and he could see her in the distance running, and he yelled, "Amy, stop!" Now, she had two choices. She could have been running and gone, "Why?" Right? But you know what she did? Lucky for Amy, she stopped, and she turned and said, "Why?" She stopped, she obeyed, and then she turned, and she was like, "I'm chasing a Frisbee. I'm at a party. I'm in a backyard. I'm playing with people. Why is my dad yelling at me from halfway across the yard? So stop." Well, when she turned to yell why to her dad, and she wasn't being disrespectful, she just turned to say why, she heard the most terrifying thing. She heard gnashing, growling, barking, horrible noise. When she turned back, right here she saw the face of a big, ferocious dog with his mouth open, and it went doing, and then the dog fell and ran away. You know why? He was on a chain. She was running into a yard, and the dad saw this big dog running toward her, and this dog looked mean and ferocious, and it was running for his daughter, and he yelled, "Amy, stop!" And she stopped, and the dog leapt at her and went doing, and the dog fell down, choking, and he whimpered and went away. What if she'd gone, "Why?" What would have happened? That was a miracle that she got saved by that dog. And the miracle happened because she obeyed first and she asked second. Well, her dad never had to answer the question, did he? Because she understood right away why her dad had yelled for her to stop. All right? So obedience happens. If we want miracles to happen, it starts with obedience. Jesus knew that. If he had not obeyed his mom, that first miracle would not have happened. Obedience is so important, all right? If you've got your Bibles, grab your Bibles. We're going to open up and look at some Bible verses. Awesome. That was what Paul in Ephesians 1 was quoting. When he said it's the first commandment with a promise, he was quoting this commandment from the Old Testament. And this was the original command in Exodus. Honor your father and your mother so that you may live long in the land God is giving you. If we honor our parents, God will bless them. My mom used to joke, the reason you'll live long is I won't kill you. That was her joke. But it was just a joke. My mom would never kill me. Obviously, I'm still here. But God honors that. And God says, and it may also be that you will get attacked by a leaping, raving dog. There's a safety proponent to honoring your parents, right? Next verse. Are you ready? Next verse is, another Old Testament one. Close your Bibles. Bibles closed. Hands on the outside. Oh, no cheating with our Bible drill. Leviticus 19:3. Awesome. It's on the screen. Let's read it together. Each of you must respect your mother and father, and you must observe my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. One more verse. Here we go. Last one. That's another one where God says to honor your mom and dad. Last one. Jeremiah 42:6. Go. Okay, read it together. Whether it's favorable or unfavorable, we'll obey the Lord our God to whom we are sending you. So we'll go well with us and we'll obey the Lord our God. Okay, 2 quick things on your way out today. You'll take the flyer for Easter for inviting a friend. And we have something new we're launching this month for our take home. You're going to get a magic ticket. On the magic ticket is a QR code. Mom and Dad will know what that is. You zap it with your phone. It'll take you to pastorcarl.com/Sunday. And there you'll get the, you can rewatch the video of Miracle Busters. Show that to your parents. There's also a video of me teaching a magic trick to you. All right? Here's the trick you can learn. You ready? You show you this. So you take a spoon. You can amaze your friends. You take the spoon and
I can't see.
make it float in midair. There we go, all right? So you can learn how to do that trick. I have a video on there. If you know, don't say it, because you don't want to ever give away your secret. But there's a video on there teaching you how to do that trick, all right? So, have fun with that, all right? All right. You know it? All right, I'll show you really quick, all right? See, I have 3 fingers here, all right? And what you do is you take this finger right here, and this finger is what you use. See, you put your finger out like that, all right? And nobody knows that this finger is actually what's making it float, all right? So, you cover it with your finger, all right? And then that way, your finger, see, no one notices these 3 fingers and this thumb, all right? But see, they don't count your fingers. So they don't know that actually your finger is what is holding the spoon there, all right? So, what? What? So you just put your finger right here. See, your finger holds it, and then no one knows that this finger is actually what's holding it. All right? There, see, your finger right there. All right. So make sure you watch the video so that you can, if you want to take one spoon home, so you can have a plastic spoon to learn it, and then parents, you can pick up the kids on the way out today. All right.